Yeah, your weight matters. It does matter. And if you're obese, you're at higher risk. What's in the box, fam? All right, we got your fat friend is back.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Yeah. All right. So your fat friend, this is from Twitter, your fat friend, in parentheses, she, her, hers. Okay, that's pretty much what they're supposed to be. That's fine. You don't have to write your pronouns. You don't have to write your pronouns on Twitter. No one cares on Twitter. Okay? If you want to do that shit in person, then do it to someone's face. No, stop. No one needs to know the pronouns on Twitter. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean anything. Because if I'm saying her and I'm talking about you somewhere else, I'm like not really going to go and do my homework on what your pronoun is so I can refer to you in a tweet. Her. She likes to be called her and hers. I think you're stupid, but hey, come on. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so stupid, I mean, your fat friend posted on Twitter, I wrote about what it's like to grow up as a fat kid during, quote, the war on childhood obesity for NYT opinion. I guess New York Times opinion. What's the difference between what's the difference between the New York Times and the New York Times opinion? Because the New York Times is pretty much opinion anyway. This is a quote: weight stigma sends a clear, heartbreaking message to fat children. The world would be a better place without you in it. Wow. Weight stigma sends a clear, heartbreaking message to fat children. The world would be better. Weight stigma. So your land of make-believe. Okay. I don't even know what's going on here. So weight stigma sends a clear, heartbreaking message to fat children. Well, fat children shouldn't be fat to begin with. Let's blame the parents. Let's see. Let's check out some of these other tweets. Never knew fat phobia was a real thing until this year. I too suffered from trauma of being fat from school and family and friends. It truly does affect your mental, and have you questioning if there something. I can't read this. I used to really hate myself. I can't. I hate bad grammar. I can't handle it. And doctors saying always saying I'm obese for my height because I'm 4'11", but I don't eat a lot, so I understand why I'm like this at 26 going on 27. I'm learning to love myself, and it's so hard because of society expectations. Lynn, in this case, doctors are wrong. I hate saying it, but there it is. They're wrong, wrong, wrong. Diagnosing as fat is lazy. Diagnosing as fat is lazy and sloppy practice of medicine and gets in the way of proper testing, diagnoses, and treatment. So this is more bullshit about doctors not being able to tell a patient that they should lose weight. This is pretty much all this is. I think doctors should weigh people. I think doctors should weigh people. I think doctors need to make sure that people are not gaining weight or losing weight rapidly as a result of some disease. Yeah, your weight matters. It does matter. And if you're obese, you're at higher risk. So this is the justification that people that are obese will use. Oh, well, look at me. I'm healthy. Look at this blood work. Well, that's a snapshot. That's a snapshot at one time. At one period in time, you don't have diabetes. Right now, you don't have diabetes. Congratulations. Right now, you don't have diabetes.
Fucking Catalina wine.
Very nice.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Right now, you don't have diabetes. So good. You don't have diabetes right now, but what about in 2 months? So just because your blood work might be decent, or just because you're not dropping dead in the moment, doesn't mean you are not at high risk for every disease, every sickness. Why do you think this country is having such a problem with the vid? It's because we have very unhealthy people. And that's why I don't believe in these lockdowns, because there's no evidence that they help. If anything, they're going to make it worse because you're going to make healthy people less healthy. That's what's going to be happening right now. Okay. As a lot of you are messaging me that your gyms are closing. Are your gyms closing? Drop that in the comments down below. Are your gyms closing, or is stuff around you closing? Do you have any mask mandates? Are you on lockdown? Are you able to go to work? Are you able to open your business? I mean, we've done this already and it didn't work. Like, this is just what a virus does. I've been saying this for months. A virus doesn't care about your political beliefs. A virus doesn't care. It doesn't care. It's going to do what it's going to do. But what happens, and we've been talking about this all year, people aren't taking care of their health. They're just staying inside and exercising less, which is why the Swole fam's been crushing it. So most people are actually losing their health, and it's making it worse because then you have more people that are unhealthy. We already had skyrocketing numbers of obesity to begin with. People were already dropping dead every fucking day as a result of obesity related issues. We want to deny it. We want to justify being fat. We want to protect people's feelings. We want to say, oh, being obese is okay. Being overweight, oh, it's just a stigma. It's just society. It's diet culture. You're beautiful just the way you are. Get the fuck out of here. You're still at high risk of dying, higher risk of dying than someone who's not morbidly obese, not obese at all. These are just facts. This is just reality. If you don't want to believe it, that doesn't change the fact that that it is the case. Doesn't mean that you're going to die today. Doesn't mean you're going to die tomorrow. People don't understand what risk is. If you drive a car, whether you're thin or fat, if you drive a car, it's a risk. The more you drive, the further you drive, the more reckless you drive, decisions. If you drive a car, you're at higher risk for getting into a car accident if you drive a car. Sounds kind of stupid, but if you don't drive a car, you're not going to get into an accident. You can get hit by a car, but if you're not driving a car, you're not going to be in a car getting in an accident. So when you walk down the street, you have the potential to trip and fall. You have the potential to have a bird shit on your head. It's a higher risk, even if the risk might be smaller. And then you have increasing risk. So if you drive a car and you go the speed limit, you have X amount of risk of getting into an accident. If you go 3 times the speed limit, you have an exponentially greater risk of getting into an accident. It's just risk. It's risk management. It's understanding that when you do A, this could be the outcome. You have good outcomes, you have bad outcomes. You just increase your chances of landing on one of those bad outcomes. It's not healthier to be fat. That's why the justification of it is ridiculous. And it's covered up. It's shoved under the rug as, oh, well, we're compassionate. We're compassionate. We're being nice. We're being nice. We don't hurt people's feelings. Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.